I have built my own AI operating system. And when I say operating system, it's not what you think. It's basically my own ChatGPT, my own Claude, my own Gemini version. And this is something which doesn't sit on the internet. It's completely local. It's in my system. And I just have to start the server and it will work. Let me show you what I mean. So basically what I have is, I have anti-gravity open here. See, it's in other screen. Let me quickly show you that too. So this, as you can see, this is my anti-gravity. This is my entire project section here. So I was working on it over an entire week so that I can have my own knowledge system. So before explaining everything, so let me just throw in some questions so that you'll understand what it is. If you see my channel, you'll understand why I chose that question. I right now have the anti-gravity right side over here on the other screen. If whatever goes wrong, I can ask it. As you can see, it retrieved, and let me show you how it works. So first of all, let's see. Networking solves the problem of two machines needing to exchange data without being physically wired to everything, right? So now it has retrieved from the files that was given. So let's check if it is correct or not. If you open it, these are stored as chunks in the PostgreSQL actually, which I have connected to Docker. So this is the original chunk that has been stored. So from this file, which is network fundamentals, it has extracted this version. See, so there are multiple versions. It has taken and organized a proper answer. Now what this exactly is, so what this exactly is just it gives me the data that I stored within my files. The files belong to me, the files that I have organized and created. This is a local LLM basically. You can say, dude, are you using a ChatGPT wrapper around in the backend? Not ChatGPT or Claude, but I'm using Gemma 3. I think Gemma 3, 4 billion parameter. So in the backend, so it retrieves information for me from the database that it has stored the data in form of chunks. I'm so sorry, I'm going too technical into this. So you can say, dude, why have you even built this? So let me tell you, the documents that I have, if you heard of Notion, it is amazing. The software is just amazing. I can store any kind of information in there. My, roadmaps, my, knowledge base, my documents, even images can be stored inside of it, including links. I can even create tables. I can create various types of charts also. That software is just amazing. But the thing is, if I need something, if I have a huge knowledge base, I do have a huge knowledge base. And if I need something, I have to go manually and open those files and see where exactly that is. And that's totally okay. But if I can have something like this, where I can simply retrieve the information just with ask of a question, like how I'm used to ChatGPT. Don't judge me, okay? So like I wanted something like that. Notion has that feature, but it's not for free. Almost every tool has that feature, but it's never free. Of course, you can say, dude, you can simply go and use Claude or ChatGPT projects. What's stopping you? Yes, you're right. But at the end of the day, those are application model interface. Like they always try to generate and add some information, even though no matter how hard you try to prompt them. I've been working as, a specialist when it comes to these AI tools. They never listen. All right. They always try to generate something which is not there compared to what I have created. So that was my use case. I wanted a local AI operating system for myself, which will answer to me based on my data only. That was what I was looking for. And that is the reason I have built this application, which is my own operating system. As you can see, HKOS. So it's basically like Hemant Kumar operating system. I'm so sorry. I was just simply testing it out. So I just had to name it something. So I just kept it like that. Okay. So no, don't laugh at it. Okay. First, let me give a brief overview of what's happening. So as you can see, it's online. So now there are two commands actually. So which is strict grounder, which only gets data from the local documents that are stored. And the other one is hybrid augmented model, which lets Gemma to get the data from the internet. All right. Mostly not the internet, but it's already fed. It's a local model, so it has a lot of billions of parameters, so it can get the data if needed, but it always goes through my document and also tries to add something which is not from a document. So it's like that. So I kept it like that just so that I can use it whenever I need it. Okay, so now this is the chat interface. As you can see, it's simply and if I click on new topic, it will go to the new, and it's just like ChatGPT. Okay, so now when I come to document, this is my knowledge base. This is where I have stored all the documents. So these are like pilot documents that you can say. Now we will add a file here and I'll show you how it works. So before that, this is something for me, like, if everything is working fine or not. So if there are any issues, I have to fix them. And visual AI proposal. So this is basically where I can add something for a proposal. I've built this in a mind, like, enterprise edition, so that is why it's there. So I can say that I want to add something, like I'm just typing in something, so it's a new document proposal, not a modifying existing document. So let's generate it, and that proposal will be sent into my local system. That file will be sent over there for my approval, and if I approve, yes. If I don't, then it will not go. But before that, it will try to generate into something so longer, which I still have to work on it. So as I said, it generates something like this. Not even sure what it generated, to be honest. I just wanted something like that. This is something I still have to work on. So I'm showing you guys all these bad things first, so that I can show you what are the good things. Okay, so I'm going to document. It's nothing complex, to be honest. It's simply like ChatGPT and Claude. That's how you use your projects and etc. But it's a local model, not on the internet, but totally on the local side. Let me click on new note, and we'll try to add something. So I already have created some data, such as history of data analysis. Yeah, so let's go with that. Let me just simply copy this, paste, and tags. So I was already testing something out. I'm adding data analysis, and history should also be there, to be honest, because it belongs to history. It should come under history category. So let's go down, and for now it's only taking data in markdown format. In future I will definitely change it, but for now, this is like version 1 pilot stage. All right, so let me add this file first. Boom, it has been added, and I hope that it works, to be honest, because when I was testing, it wasn't working. Okay, let's go. It gave, honestly, I'm actually scared. So it gave from the right file, but it still feels like insufficient, because I'm feeling like, because it has a lot of information, it is trying to break it into much more chunks than it already is. As you can see, it has broken down into multiple chunks of data. As you can see, the images from the OpenAI, see, as I show you. So these are the images. So these images, what it thought of, like, because I copy pasted it, so it gave exactly things. So from this, you can understand that it is not removing anything. It's giving everything that it has been given. All right, it totally works. I'm so glad, because you guys have no idea, because I've been testing it out like hell, because once I have made it, now that is done, I'll show you. Coming to the search inspector, it helps me like find out what I'm looking for. Let me just already have this history and click on search index. As you can see, history of data analysis, it should show this, actually not all the rest of the vim, because I've chosen all the tags. It's showing like that. But let's go with, we'll see, where is data analysis? It is there. See, as you can see, it's showing, because it's showing me all the chunks of data that is available with data analysis. For now, it has broken down into 5 chunks of data. All right, now all those 5 chunks of data are being shown to me. This is still something which is in development. All right, and you can say like, what exactly is this? As I said, it gives me the data that I'm looking for based on what I'm entering here on the search field. Still have to work on it, and I'll also show you what happens with the hybrid mode. Let's just ask this. I would like to see how exactly it responds, because it gave again, it went on fully grounded. Let me tell you, this is an error. How? Because it chose the data from this particular file, which does not belong to data analysis, even though I kept the hybrid mode. Let's try it again. Let's ask this. I would like to see what it does for me. Boom. So it shows like partially to become AI automate. I think it's still kind of gave it, but still, I'm still trying again. Give me information about data science, and we will see. So it went to, again, when I asked about data science, it went to data analysis era. So to become a data scientist, you need areas like Python. Okay, networking, databases, all of those are taken from. Okay, so now this is where it took me to my roadmap, where it's telling me that building from scratch then with framework is also key appearing in every serious AI role. So it's telling me that. So now we chose to integrate this file to another file. Why? Because I have asked a question which might correlate with both of them. That is the reason it went. So now this is still in the testing stage, as I already told you guys, because there are some few errors that it gave. I'm totally okay with it, because that's what I want. This is not a perfect model. This is not a perfect system. I'm still working on it, but I just wanted to show a pilot version to you guys who is watching that it works, of course, with errors. So now I would like to tell you guys something that I want to myself know when I rewatch this video again. So why local? Basically, come on, internet is not safe nowadays, especially with all this AI stuff is going on. And I feel like in future, more and more of we would go to local like without internet rather than having to go to the internet. Yes, as long as we have security and all the guardrails set up, yes, internet will be there still. But what if we can do everything in the local itself, like having the data with us? We have entire data, so why do we need to go onto the internet? This idea of mine, where I got it from, is because I am preparing my own notes, and every time I give it to ChatGPT, Cloud, or any other LLM model that I'm trying to use, they are changing it out, and I don't want that. See, I give you something for my own reference to understand and learn it better whenever I want to, and you're changing it. So that is not something I want. I want it to stay like that, how I took it in. So that is what I'm looking at. And again, I don't want to go into complete technicality because I still have things that I have to work on. When it's finally complete, like entire tech stack is completed, then I'll make another video explaining how exactly I made this, or even post it on LinkedIn if needed, and I'll show you with, like, diagrams and etc. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to give up on this because this is something I wanted to work on for a long time. And what's next? Simple. I want it to be as powerful as possible because I just got headers. I have to solve that first. That is the top priority. And next would be to make the UI even much better. The user experience too. See, it matters a lot. I totally forgot to mention this. Everything in here has been built for free. No cost. Nothing is there. Of course, when I say no cost, it's not like that laptop and etc. Those are there. All right. I haven't brought any kind of database or API keys or anything like that. It's completely free. It's completely free of cost. Even Olama models, I didn't go for the application. I went for the terminal based one. I downloaded through the terminal the Olama Gamma model, and also the other one was the text one. I actually forgot the name. I also want to connect this to the internet. Of course, I told you guys I won't be doing that. Like, I wanted to have local, but still I have to use it on my phone and my laptop. And if there is in a way that it doesn't go to the internet and I can still use it, that's what I want, right? And I can still sync it up. That is what I'm looking at. I have to work on it, and I think I definitely will do that, and I'll let you guys know. We'll see what happens. So this is something that I'm building as I move towards into the system design and AI developing morely, and AI systems engineering. I'm not sure how the things will hold for me, but I'm just here building something which I want to build, solving the problem that I'm actually facing, because there are a lot of other projects too I'm working on which aren't completed like this yet. They're all stuck here and there, and I'm not sitting on one properly, so no time, to be honest. Really, I'm not even making the videos as I used to, so I understand. I always say that. So yeah, the core principle was I wanted to show you these guys because I was just excited. I thought maybe I could make this video and post it out, and who knows. Yeah, that's all for now, and I'll come back with more updates. And I'm learning networking from scratch again. Not only networking, everything. All right, that's all for now. Take care. See you guys in the next video.